courtesy. Right by the old minivan. In '09 I reminisce, could not get hands on any brand. A whole lot done changed since I glued to the ceiling fan. GOV 806. For a little bit ain't take no risk. Not if I slaving it did what it did.
Is the Juvenile Detention Center. Call it YCC, Youth Care Center. And there's Buckner Tower right there. Public housing. It's nice as they got little balconies and stuff. Oh, somebody getting a pizza. And we crossed the threshold, what we call Uptown. It's a park you see a lot of homeless people sleeping at or sitting at and chilling, talking. I feel like there used to be way more homeless people than there is now, which is a good thing, you know. In this building, that's like a home for older people and stuff. This brother, he just trying to get some sleep, trying to get some rest. God bless him. There used to be a bunch of kids running all through here when I was younger. There's hardly any kids over here now. It's just, you know, gentrification and them knocking down a lot of houses. So you see a lot of older people that have lived here for years here, and then you got a couple of halfway houses and drug treatment facilities. That's where those people are coming from. That's the only type of people you see over here. Like, it used to be a bunch of black people over here all the time. Used to be bustling with black people over here all the time. And this gas station right here used to be a community center before they knocked it down. It was called the Impact.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Well, you be on every side of town, don't you?
I'm in Soul Living now.
Okay.
I live on the west side, but you know.
Yeah.
When's your
That's what's
election?
up. August 5th.
Right.
I mean April 5th.
I got you.
Yep. Hello. Namaste.
Can I get a fast plate?
This gonna be a documentary.
Hey, I see.
It's a documentary. No, this used to be the Impact before they knocked it down. That's when everything went left. Namaste.
How you been doing out west, man?
Man, I'm blessed, bro.
Hey, I'm voting for you, bro.
I
I'll
appreciate
be back
it.
home in a few weeks.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That nigga
It's
said,
only-
is he running for the president of the apartments? I said, yeah, bro.
Just write my name down. Write my name down on that little piece of paper. And,
Yes, sir.
but it's in about a week. It's gonna be, you know,
I
over
ain't
with.
fucking with nobody but you.
Okay. Used to be shootouts over here all the time. What's good, boy? What you doing over here? Okay, for sure. Yeah, good seeing you too. You doing all right? I'm blessed, bro. Yeah, you too. That's crazy. This is different. So that dude right there, he's like, that's like a very important person in this city. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't know. Because I was his brother. His brother was the first person I ever talked to in school. And this was like 2014. And his brother had got killed. And ever since then, it's like the city was already changing because of drill music. The city was already changing because of the drill music and the Chicago culture. But now it's just like, hello, how you doing? Doing all right? Trying to be on my show? Yeah. Can I interview you? Okay. What's your name, ma'am? Kathy? Or Cassie? Kathy, Kathy? So how are you living right now? Yeah, how's life? Getting by? Okay. You staying faithful? And I mean God or yourself? Are you homeless or homeless? How long have you been homeless? Wow. Are you in a shelter or are you just outside? Shelter, okay. That's good. At least you weren't in the cold, 24/7. They still put y'all out at 8 a.m., don't they? I used to stay in the shelter, right? When I first got out of prison, I had to stay in the shelter because nobody would let me live with them, right? And I stayed in Evansville Rescue Mission and worked and stuff. And so, do they still put y'all out in the morning?
Where I live now, they don't.
Oh, yeah. You live in the new one. They just opened for the women and children.
No, I don't.
You like being around people and stuff?
Yeah.
You don't like being alone?
No.
Okay, I can feel that. Something weighing on your mind right now? I remember I was sleeping on that bench right there on my birthday
Oh, yeah.
in the cold in December. And all I had was a cover. A couple years ago, I was so cold. My feet was cold. Happy I ain't getting no frostbite and stuff, but I just kept praying and kept praying. And that's the thing, like sometimes we be stubborn, like as human beings, because I had an acceptance letter from an apartment. I had to go back to prison for a year, and I applied like a year before that, so it was 2 years I had to wait. I had an acceptance letter sitting on my grandma's dresser, and I was so caught up in, man, I can't wait to get out of here. I just left it on the dresser. I never read it. Like, man, this stuff ain't coming. And then one day I just read the letter, and it was like, you've been accepted to move in and so and so. And I'm like, I needed to humble down and just, you know. Are you from Evansville? From Ohio. Okay. Well, Columbus. It was nice meeting you. I thank you for your time. Hopefully,
Oh, thank you.
this gets a million views and we get some money. I'm gonna find you. Yeah, I got you. I promise you. You too, miss. Have a blessed one. This whole strip used to be bustling with families and kids. People just, yeah, just a bunch of families and stuff running through here. There used to be a house right there. It was like the last house over here, though. It was abandoned. It had everything in there, family pictures, all types of stuff. Now they knocked it down. A lot of houses.
But you ain't got $2 off.
I do
But
not.
how you gonna record this beauty over here and put it on the screen, Lord? I
You
got a
know,
voice, so I can sing like a motherfucker. But why would you do that?
it's this. You know, hopefully you'll.
Hopefully, where you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from over here.
You're from Mayberry? No, you
I
from
grew up
Mayberry?
I grew up right over there on Governor.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, all right.
Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Clarice, everyone.
Clarice. Everyone.
Stephanie, my mom. That's
Stephanie.
her soul.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend killed her
Oh
a
no.
year ago, and I'm trying to get it together. Got a hell of a lawsuit. You know, she does everybody's hair.
Hmm.
Made everybody's hair grow. I heard Evansville. She was the cleaning lady, the cooking lady. Stephanie, everybody knows her. Everybody knows Tony Sells.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was an RN, black lady. Really rich black people.
Yeah.
My daddy, CSS, worked on the train. If you're recording, don't worry about it. And don't worry about how I look. Don't judge me by its color.
Ever.
You know, I done everything on the sun. Dig my nig. Everybody knows him. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
3 last kids. 23. Bad motherfucker right here. Little bitty. Last thing, it ain't just.
Yes, I am.
No, don't. People shouldn't let the little things in life. I call all these little boys wetbacks because you sitting around here, you don't even know how to wipe your ass good or clean your face or nothing. But you quick to call a woman a bitch or a hoe or a slut. But you got to sit down to piss that. What's that mean? You man got to sit you. Okay, so if you want to get treated like pussy, you didn't want. But anyway, for the record, it's 50% off over this way. Cause I got straight drop for everything. Touch your head. It's a joke though, but that's for real. But yeah, and if y'all know Sivo, the rapper, sitting in the kitchen, twisting buy the quarter chickens and all that, okay? Hoping that the federalities on right.
She's
Get it
talking about
together.
KFC.
Get it together, cause y'all motherfuckers is not doing it. B12 and the two motherfucking much, cause y'all ain't got a clue. Can't buy a fucking bow. Now look at the camera. Can't buy a bow. None of y'all. Mangy months. But y'all gotta sit down and piss. All them tight ass sweatsuits. Red, white, blue, yellow, L, J, K, A, Will, Johnson News, on, Elliot, and tune in for these messages. For real. I can do this all day. You walk with me, you'll have a whole hit. Not for real, cause I go everywhere.
You're
That
gonna
house
be the
right
star
there.
of this
Look at
video.
that house right there. Nope.
That one?
1, 2, 3. It's a light. 18. I'm just going to teach you. That's all I want you to do. What you're doing. Come back here to her. I'm going to let you in. You're here. Watch how you talk over here. Because it's not bad, but it's what I just named. You got. What is you doing? You need somebody? Oh. You sit there at the corner looking. You need somebody? Oh, you there at the corner looking at you. I thought you was looking for somebody.
You don't even
I
know what's
know the
going
phone ain't
on.
ring. You don't know what to do. Okay. You picked it up, ain't say hello. I didn't want to know what I didn't know what was going on. I thought you was looking for somebody. I was like looking for Mickey. But no, it's ATM. He rents rooms. Your steps up. They still there that shit is invisible. Just man, we got one life to live. It ain't just stories. Just live your life, man. What you gonna hate on another for? Look in the mirror and talk to yourself when you talking about another motherfucker. And leave me the fuck alone right now because I'll tell you, bitch, the little picture, hey, you mangy mutts is what I call it. Girl, you can't even watch your pussy right. Pussy, whatever you want to call it. Stop it. Because when that man asks you to do something sexually, baby, and you say no.
What's that drink right there?
I got it from the liquor store for free.
Big sips.
Big sips. It's some big sips. Yep.
Some,
And I got some. It's something in there that I want to try because I boost and I go up there and took her some. She take whatever I want, whatever I give her. Now she wants this Olay. I'm ready to maxi tax her for the Olay. Yeah, boost.
Oh.
I got some Milwaukee Best in my refrigerator, and
Yeah.
and some hot rocket. And I'm cool with the motherfucker though. I mean, just stuff like. But ATM right there though, telling you, you'll see, you be like this. This actually, you ain't got no cakes in your pocket and nothing like that. So,
Cakes.
yeah, you ain't got no money for recording me. I mean, what the heck do I get from it? I was so serious when I said it though. I got.
You want these? You
Put them in your hand. Keep them, baby.
keep them?
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh, my daughter, I got 5 girls. But other than that, you have reached your destination, and we'll be back after this message. You have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Okay.
You gonna blow up. Because this maker.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'll be back over here. Yes, ma'am. You too. Thank you very much. Yeah, my whole life, these apartments have been vacant. They just reopened them now. Used to run through that alley. Man, I've seen a couple families live in that house, like in the past. I've seen like maybe 3 families live in that house. Used to be all black people over here. Nobody lives here anymore. Used to be a woman with a dog. I heard she passed away like a year ago. There's some babies over there though. So there's a couple. He's been there forever. That gentleman lives in that house right there with the not the one with the car on the left, but the one closer towards the alley. That brother's lived there a long time. Brother right there has lived there a long time. The house on the left, not the far left, but in the middle. And his family's lived there a long time. These people just moved in a few years ago. This is pretty much a street of older people. Yeah, I grew up all the way over here, all through here. This house, so many families have lived in this house. I don't know if anybody lives there now, but this man's lived there a long time. And all of these houses, people have lived in for 20 plus, except that house right there at the end. Somebody's always moving in and out of there. Brand new house they just refurnished, redid. 20 plus, in and out. Yeah, this is what you call the hood. This is what you call the hood. It's a one way. I shot my first pistol in that alley right there, behind those houses. All right, guys, so we back out here. This is day 2. And we were doing point of view the last time. This time, we're just gonna walk through different streets that I didn't get to explore the last time, or that we didn't get to explore. If you don't know me, I'm KingTariqBey, and this is Evansville, Indiana. The neighborhood is what they call it, Uptown, but the actual neighborhood name is called Baptist Town. So right now we're going down Judson. When I was growing up, it's a lot more peaceful around here due to gentrification. You know, a lot of the black families that used to live here moved out due to housing, violence, gun violence, whatever was the case. But now, we'll say it's peaceful and there's less poverty. They moved, they got better houses over here than what I remember growing up and seeing. So, like, we never had none of that. But yeah, when I was growing up, there was kids. We was all out here, just running all through these streets. There's a lot of black families living over here. You smell like right now somebody would be barbecuing right now, and it's a good see what the temperature is. 58 degrees right now. I feel like 65. So it's a nice day. Somebody would have had something on the grill. Feel me? But I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. You feel me? Right here, so many people have been shot. So many guns. So much of that. Right here, where there's this empty space, has some family members that live right here. Rest in peace to them. It was a couple, and their house caught on fire, and they passed away in the fire. So yeah, kid used to live over there. I never got along with him. We'd always get into it. This dude right here, I never got along with him. And I ain't gonna call him a man, but you know, you can't speak down on people because you never know. We all got our imperfections. You know, I'm not perfect. Some people that look at me and probably be like, I ain't gonna call him a man, you know. But then they wouldn't have nothing negative to say about me, so I'm gonna just keep it real like that. But yeah, multiple, multiple, we had multiple interviews yesterday. Some interesting characters, but it's just a regular thing for me. For you, you might be like, man, you gotta have dogs barking. Looks like a German Shepherd. But yeah, might be an interesting thing for you or something new, but that's what I grew up with. Like, there was what you would call crackheads, you know, people that did crack cocaine, you know, stem from the 80s crack epidemic. And when I was a kid, when I was like 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, I walk outside, I see crackheads. Like people that you see how they move and kind of, you know, when you know a crackhead from a crackhead. So a lot of these people were hardworking, like in the neighborhood, people knew them. Um, Not much of them was doing stealing and stuff like that. These people would mow your lawn, they would work on your car, you know, stuff like that. And when you get like around over here, this is where you get more of the suburban, because the suburbs is connected to the hood. So when you get over there, that's when people start not smiling at you. You know, they just kind of look at you. Oh, is he gonna rob me or not? Is he gonna? Yeah. So we never really passed that threshold unless we went to some of these community centers over there, like Potter's Wheel and things of that. Potter's Wheel is like you could go there as a kid after school program. You learn how to do multiplication. Actually learned multiplication there. My times table is what they call it. I actually learned that there at Potter's Wheel. So yeah, I remember I lost my key over here one time and I never found it. I wonder if it's somewhere buried under, you know, some leaves or in somebody's bush or something. Right here, I went to a funeral. You know, one of my ex-girlfriend's little brothers passed away. Rest in peace to him, to that young man. He was very young. You know, I'm not gonna go into details, you know, out of respect, but I cried a lot because he was so young, man. So just cool, like good, nice character, just a respectable young man. And if I told you right here, this is the house of the young man that was shot fatally over here. He was shot over here somewhere, and you can't read it on this fence, but it says, "Long live." Sad. That just happened a couple years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. That's the name of this street. This is the street I grew up on. This is the street where I remember waking up, everybody outside, all of the OGs, you know, all the older cats were outside, smoking, drinking, shooting dice, posting up. bumping music. You would hear some of that old school music too, bumping. Older ladies and gentlemen, you know, that would bump their music and clean their cars. Right here, van. They used to have like a old school van. Everybody used to be in that van. I was never a part of that because I was too young, but we know that was like the chill spot was that van right there. It used to be right there in that parking lot. That was like 2011, 2010 type stuff. You see all the graffiti, all the gangs, 400K, OTG. These are some Evansville cliques and gangs and stuff that originated right here in this neighborhood. See. You said what? Yeah. Yeah. What you,
Are you a YouTuber?
yeah, I am.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. I really do YouTube.
This is what you be doing in your free time?
I mean, it's not really my free time. This is my in between time. But yeah. So when did y'all move over here? How long y'all lived here?
Like a year.
Like a year. I grew up here.
Really?
So are y'all sisters?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can tell.
We look alike?
Slight.
We have different dads. Cause our mom be cheating a lot.
Got the short dad out the group.
No, I'm kidding. My mom didn't cheat. My dad's a cheater though. Yeah. So
Wow.
you've been here your entire life?
Yeah, I just moved out like 3 years ago and just come back telling the story, you know. It's been a lot that went on. Like we used
Over
to be
here?
Yeah, right here. Like
I know.
What do you
you
do?
heard
see
this.
on the
I've heard stories.
I work for the federal government right now. So you broke the law?
No, we didn't break the law.
Or did anything illegal?
We're
Not yet.
asking you what you
haven't done
heard.
anything illegal yet.
We're hearing about your stories.
Yeah, we got it.
Be for real.
No, but yeah, people used to get like shot over here a lot.
Yeah.
Have you heard?
Yeah, she kind of told me a story that kind of happened here. There was a guy that got.
Yeah, our neighbor told us a story about the boy that died.
Yeah, there was a boy that died right there, like probably right there where that dark.
That's where his mom lives over there.
her mom and
Yeah,
stuff.
he lives down there, and I guess he was running and then came over here and just.
That's crazy. Because he was really like, I really got a connection with that kid because he used to come to my grandma's house. Like he was going everywhere and
So
just
you knew him.
yeah, I knew him. Javion, and he was going around raking leaves. Like he had his friends and they were on some positive stuff, but he still was like, man, I'm trying to get a bigger gun because it's like it's crazy out here. You know, they beefing with certain people, and I was like, man, y'all just rake these leaves, and they had customers in Henderson and customers all over here. I'm like, shit, like I had them raking my grandma's lawn, and you know, that's just the type of mindset he had. But unfortunately, being in this environment, you know,
Was
stuff
there
like
a
that.
reason?
It's not really. I mean, you don't really hear any like gunshots or anything like that. I mean,
It's pretty peaceful now.
now it is. Yeah, it's definitely
Because
cool
all
now.
the black people moved out.
But whenever we first moved here, we heard a lot of stories about it.
Yeah.
So
There's a
Perhaps
couple
you should be probably a victim of it.
actually, yeah. Yeah, they used to have these as apartments and stuff. Like our house is a 4-bedroom like thing or whatever, but before we moved in, they had it like into like little like apartments and stuff for people.
And they would like write on the walls of people who would be
Yeah,
there.
we had to like repaint all of our walls and stuff.
By yourself.
Well, yeah, we had to pay for the paint too. But it took like since we like redid the things for ourselves, it took money off our rent and stuff because they didn't do it. So like we pay like it's like $660 a month for our rent, which isn't bad for a 4-bedroom house, you know, at all. It is a 2-bathroom.
Y'all winning.
So
Yeah. So what is y'all names?
Brianna and that's Maddie.
Maddie. Nice to meet you. I'm Ty. Sure though. Y'all like in school or something?
Yeah, we graduate in May.
Okay.
Last year.
How old are y'all?
18.
Damn, y'all graduate that fast? From high school?
Yeah. Well, it depends when your birthday is. Some people graduate when they're 19, but we have early birthdays, so we
My
start
friend
the following
graduating as a
year.
17-year-old.
Yeah, it
You
depends.
said what?
My friend graduating as a 17-year-old.
I thought you said you were dating a 17-year-old. I'm about to be like, we for real, we got her now. She gotta go. She gotta go. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, chopping it up.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Have a
You
good
keep
one.
enjoying your day.
Yeah, for sure. You too. I got places to be. They stopped me, but we got 30 minutes to get to the destination. So yeah, I wanted to kind of wrap that up so we can get over to this. Doing all right. How you doing today?
How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm
What is
blessed. This is a documentary.
Huh?
A documentary.
What do you mean?
I'm telling the story of this everything.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so how long has Star Market been open? When did y'all first open?
Oh, over 75 years.
1975.
Over 75 years.
Over 75 years.
I've been here 25 years.
So did you buy it from somebody or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it's been here that long. I thought it was the 90s.
Long time.
Okay. Yeah, this is Adam.
How's your dad doing?
How's my dad doing? He's doing good.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah. He lives in North Dakota.
North Dakota?
Yeah.
And your grandma?
And my grandma, she lives over there.
Here?
Yep.
Or she moved?
No, she still lives. Grandma still lives over there.
She's doing okay?
Yeah, she's doing better. God bless her.
Haven't seen her for about over maybe 15 years.
She stays inside.
How's wife? She's doing okay?
She's pretty good health wise. She just stays bedridden. Like she can't walk. Yeah. How was your Ramadan? Able to fast?
Ramadan is here, but I can't fast. I have health issues.
Me too.
I can't fast.
I try to fast a little bit. Yeah.
All I'm a diabetic, which is when you are ill, you're permitted to do breakfast, but you have to pay.
Mm. Yeah, that's beautiful though that you released.
But that's, that's permitted from God, not from me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't fasted for the last 3 years.
Mm.
What's the diabetic? Diabetic is bad. Real bad.
Yeah.
Well, nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you too, Adam.
Get back to work. Take
Right.
care.
You have a blessed one. Adam will probably done watch me come out the womb, But he's not really with all that talking stuff. I ain't gonna really talk about him. You notice I'm not one of those people that talk about people, even though I could tell a lot of stories, but I'm not one of those people. Like when people talk about people and I'm in the room, I just either keep my head down and say something positive about the person to let them know, like, why are you talking about this person in their absence? Or I'll be like, I'm that guy that'll be like, oh, why don't you tell them that to their face? And they'll be like, bro, I will, bro. Bro, I tell them this all the time. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I never been a sneak disser. I think I tried to talk about, because I heard that's how you get, at one point in time, I heard that's how you got girls, was gossip. So I used to do that, and I'm like, man, this ain't even me. Like, I'm not a gossiper, a whisperer, none of that. But anyway, so this is one of the streets. This is one of these streets that has still kept its old blighted properties. And yeah, so they kept some of them old blighted properties. And yeah, that's crazy. Now I'm thinking again, and that's crazy that that young man died right there, close to that alley. Because also, I had a cousin that I really didn't know like that, but he also was shot and killed in that alley on Thanksgiving, like around 2011 or 12. So it's like that alley right there is something about that alleyway, you know, behind my street, Governor. And that's got me thinking now, because I used to look at that alley and I used to get angry. Like, I used to feel like that alley was like the end of my tunnel of thought. Like when I had to exit the house to take a breather, it's like I couldn't see past that alley. So in some way, I feel like maybe 500, 1,000 years ago, something weird happened there, and that's why the energy is like that. But you never know. So yeah. So we're going down there. We are actually out of Uptown. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I'm gonna make some more. There's still so much territory to cover, so many stories to be told. And yeah, peace and blessings. God bless y'all. Tune in, man. It's KingTariqBey signing out. You know I'm a king.
Stuck, yeah. Popcorn, curtains, tea. Right by the old minivan. In '09, I ran my nigga, could not get hands on any brand. A whole lot done changed since. I glued to the ceiling fan. GOV 806. For a little bit, ain't take no risk. 9 to 5 slaving, it did what it did. Every day I gotta deal with a lip. I kept my armor on so it won't chip. Double not laces, so no, I won't trip. Know that my neighbor gon' pay me a grip. Lay with the wrist, she got that by the fifth. My youngin' 14 packing a grip. Couple of bodies, he think that it's lit. Threw his whole life away just for a lick. His cousin of blood, but he think